Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Why you started to do music and where are your best influence? Talking about the start of your career.
I started playing music when I was about 14 or 15 years old. I started with guitar and I moved to bass in the beginning of 2000, I guess, something like that. I started with small bands here and there. I moved to Sweden in the beginning of 2000 as well to play music, but at a high level. I didn't expect to of course, to get into Dissection right away, but it just happened. I play with a band first called Night Rage, where I recorded the bass only, and that's how I got into bass world. I was guitar player, but I found myself when I took a bass, and then it didn't work out. It was not my style. I heard Dissection was looking for a bass player. I sent a videotape. Back then, it was through the website, and John called me a week after that, and we met a week after that, and the rest is history. And yeah, and then in 2009, I also played with Satyricon live. I did American, Canadian, and European tour with them, but it didn't work out as well. I'm not that easy to be in a band, I think. Maybe I'm not made to play with other people. I mean, it worked out well until I left Dissection, but it was not because of problem with other members. I mean, between each other, it was just because we didn't agree on the main decisions on how the band should go on. But it's not easy to play in a band, not for me at least. Not easy to get along with others, but maybe it's me. I don't know.
Talk me your Dissection experience, the recording of Ring Chaos, your relationship with John Wind, and talk me about why you discovered is dead, and your opinion about work with John Wind, really musically genius.
First of all, being in Dissection, I couldn't expect a better band to be with in Sweden. And I told John, and it was really what I thought. There is no better band for me to be in than Dissection in Sweden back then. And our relation was very good until I left, but because he didn't accept it and didn't like the fact that I moved on. But our time together worked very well. John was very, at least to me, he was very. He let me play what I wanted to play. He let me record what I wanted to. I'm gonna tell you, when I recorded Re and Chaos, I did it in 2 days, I think, and I was more or less ready the first day. The second day, we did some details here and there, but he didn't show up. He didn't show up at the studio. He showed up only to listen to the tracks that were ready, and I think he did the same with Thomas. So he just let us do our thing and didn't interfere with us. He was very, very good with that. That was interesting to record Re and Chaos because I could do what I wanted. The idea I had when I recorded Re and Chaos is to, at least for my part, it was to make it as dark as possible. And I used a 5-string bass, which I didn't use before. I mean, it was especially for Re and Chaos, and it was to be able to go in the lows as much as I could and make it even darker than it was. And that was the idea behind it. I left Dissection when Re and Chaos was not done yet, finished, at least with the vocals. We had recorded the drums, the bass, and John's guitars. And there was some leads and some vocals left. So I listened to Re and Chaos when it came out, but I didn't listen before. The thing is when I left the band, I asked them, okay, should we do a contract just for the record, or if you want to keep my bass lines, or you're gonna re-record it? And they told me they were going to re-record it, but when I listened to the album, there are my bass lines on it. So I was a little fucked up, but I didn't like that so much. But I live with it. Most of people know that it's me that recorded anyhow, anyway. So I don't care about, and you got to know that there is no money earned with Rain Chaos because you went to hell with the label back then. And that was one of the reasons why I left as well, because I didn't want to yet to do our own label. I wanted to sign with big labels that were interested in us. That was one of the reasons, because I thought that they were going to push us a little more, and we were going to reach for what we were thinking to reach. We had big opportunities back then. Not many people know about this, but there is Iron Maiden that asked us to open for them in UK. There is Ozzy Osbourne wanted us on the Ozfest in United States. There was many big things happening back then. We couldn't do some of them, but I thought that we should have signed with Nuclear Blast, for example, because they had the rights for Storm, and they had a lot to lose in the game. So I thought that we should have gone this way. They didn't agree with that, at least John, and that's why I left the band, because I saw this coming, that there was going to go to hell, and I didn't want to be part of it when it was going to happen. That's as simple as that. And when I saw that John killed himself, I was not that surprised. I was more surprised when I heard that he was going to stop Dissection. Then I was very surprised, because I knew it was his life, and I knew how important he was for him. And hearing that he was going to stop, I couldn't imagine him doing something else than Dissection. So I was not that surprised when I heard that he killed himself, because I think I really think that Dissection is the most important thing in his life, and he was very passionate to, and he gave everything to the band. So from one day to another, not to have this anymore, I mean, yeah, I thought, yeah, I'm not surprised. That's what.
And now, after your experience with Dissection and Satyricon, you have something project nowadays, or you are concentrating on your YouTube channel?
It's a good question. As I told you before, I don't feel like playing with another band anymore, and that it has been that way for years. But I still have this creativity in me that I didn't use, which I'm starting now to put into record and to have some ideas. I'm starting to build something. I don't know where it will lead yet. I might have some other friends that I will ask to do, if it will be a project album or if it will be it will not lead anywhere. I don't know yet. But so far, right now, I'm thinking to do my own thing with some friends and people that play or are playing or were playing in bands. We'll see. We will see. I have some friends, a few of them that might be interested. We'll see how it goes. So far, I will keep my YouTube channel anyhow, but I might do something. Yeah, it's in something is happening, but we will see.
Okay, this is all. Thank you for your time. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for all.
Thank you very much.